Hey guys! Alright, here we are for yet another stream. Don't mind my non-makeup face. I'm totally breaking out and it's really obnoxious, but you know, c'est la vie, hormones, all that good stuff. Not crazy, so yay! Alright, let me just see if I can tweak with some of this real quick. What does this do? Whoa. Wow. Apparently not. Right down. Alrighty. So, here we are. Here we are once again. Brand new year. Brand new everything. So, I'm here to basically do my makeup today, and I just want to play with some colors, maybe chat a little bit. Hopefully some of you find this video before I leave, but I just wanted to come on here. Dear God, wrinkly background. So, I teach in my office online, and it makes it very difficult to use my filming equipment because I don't have to take everything down and reset it up and everything else like that. So I bought this curtain here to just hide my child teaching background, but I really need to iron it or steam it or something because Wrinkle City, and I have no way of blurring the background behind me to hide that. But either way, here we are. I'm just rambling on. Welcome to Jen's Makeup Adventures, where all we do is ramble and we do not edit any longer. Because why edit when you can just be raw and uncut? So today I wanted to play with some pinks and maybe some blues. We will see. And I'm going to push my hair back. And I'm going to start with my base today. Just hope for the best. Get that kind of out of the way. So I have been testing out this Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. It's very, very dewy. Great for people with dry skin. I, as you know, if you've been following me for a while, have very oily skin. But this is a beautiful foundation, and it's drugstore prices. You can buy it at Ulta now. And I do like the finish. It's just a bit dewy for me. So what I've been doing, we'll just use my little dirty palette here, as you can see. Well loved. It's actually a Bath & Body Works candle lid, but it works. But I've just been pumping some of this out onto the little palette, and then adding a little bit of RCMA no color powder to it to mattify it. Just a little bit kind of goes a long way. Let's do this the smart way. I just add a little bit of powder into it, just a nice translucent powder, and mix it with the end of an eyeshadow brush. So while I'm mixing this, as you can see, I am legit mixing powder into my foundation. I know, sounds weird. But this does help mattify it, kind of give it a more velvety finish. It makes it a pain in the ass to blend on my face. I mean, it's just a little harder. But the finish is gorgeous, and it lasts a lot better on my oily skin. So just a little trick, if you have a foundation that you like, but it's just a little too oily for you, mix in a little powder. So there we go. Pretty much got that mixed for the most part. But this will help it last better on my oily skin by just adding in some powder. Like I said, it's a really pretty foundation, so I want to use it. And we're going to start right here where this little face demon is. This foundation is a teensy-weensy bit light for me, but at the same time, it's once it blends out, it kind of matches this area and this area. I mean, you can see I am pale as all get out, and it's mostly hyperpigmentation and breakouts that make me look a little darker. A little bit of pinkiness in the skin, but for the most part, while it might seem like I'm not wearing the correct shade for me, I really truly am pretty dang close, because once everything blends out, it usually blends in fairly well. Let's see. Let's get an actual mirror and make my life a little bit easier than trying to use the viewfinder. All right. Well, this shade is also a teensy bit on the yellow side for me, because I don't know why, but makeup brands tend to make a lot of their paler shades yellow. And I understand there are pale girls out there with yellow undertones. But what about those of us with pink undertones? I mean, I'm pink. Very pink. You can see the pink shining through on my face. Try not to completely block the camera. Just like, woo! Zodiac palette, yep. Actually, just recently caved and bought this because I've been wanting it, and during the holiday season, ColourPop kept having sales, and eventually I caved and I bought it. So, yep. Oh yeah, and this is the Sonia Kashuk sponge that they have. I love this thing. I mean, look at how much space this takes up. I mean, I have a big freaking forehead, and this actually takes up a really good amount of space, which is nice. All right. So now that we've got the base kind of fixed a bit, let's put a little bit more coverage where I've got all these little face demons sticking around. Nothing like being in your 30s and still breaking out like a teenager. It's wonderful. But, you know, that's it. It's honestly, for me, it's pretty much all hormones. So apparently I'm as hormonal as a teenager. All right. Yay, we are blended out, and I feel a little bit less like splotchy, which is nice. And you see, I'm not that far off aside from being a little bit yellow. I don't know if you can see, like, if that's quite translating on camera, but looks pretty good. If you notice, I blend out for an unreasonable amount of time, but it's because I'm actually pressing the foundation. Like, you see, I'm not like pressing really hard, but I am really pushing the foundation into my skin. This really helps it look a lot more natural and a lot less like I'm wearing a cakey mask. That is one thing I have noticed, that the biggest trends that are going on nowadays is everything is theatrical makeup, it's theater makeup. It's you know, everything's got to be full coverage and caked on, which I don't agree with. And I mean, it's more makeup than I wore when I went on stage, you know? Like, that's a thing. We've taken some fantastic trends from the drag queen community, and some of our beautiful trends, the artistic ability that goes into being a drag queen, like, so impressed. So yeah, please tell me this is on. I think this is on. Can people hear me? There's nothing like filming and then going, does my microphone work? Are you picking me up? Have I completely forgotten how to film? Wouldn't that be an interesting way to like start off my video? The first 10 minutes I'm rambling on and no one can hear me. I think people can hear me. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, I love a lot of the trends that have come from the drag queen community. The only issue is we got all these young girls that are like 15, 16 years old with beautiful complexions. And they come to me and tell me, I need full coverage. For what? Like, there isn't a blemish, a freckle, a scar, a pore, nothing on your face. You don't need no coverage. Like, you don't even have a dark circle to cover with some concealer. What you need is a little bit of eyeshadow primer, some mascara, some lipstick, some eyeshadow, some eyeliner. Have fun with those things. Leave your face alone, because one day it is not going to be that beautiful. And you're going to be sitting there going, damn, I should have embraced it when I had the chance. Believe me, I know. All right, I know. Water time. By the way, I love these cups. I think they're awesome. This is my minty green one from Starbucks. Looks blue on camera though. I don't know. I hit some setting on my camera and I screwed up all my settings. Gummy. All right. So let's get into playing with this new concealer, which is probably going to be too light for me, but it's really hard to match online. You just kind of have to go for it. So, whoa. Yeah. Let's lift this up. Whoa. Okay, that works too. All right, so here we go. Just put a little bit of that here, flare it out. Do, 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 do. All right. A little bit, definitely went a long way. And let's blend. Woo. Okay, that definitely spreads. I don't know. What do you think? Because I'm not really seeing this like full coverage kind of thing going on. I mean, it's blending out nicely. Ooh. Oh, okay, it's kind of blending out nicely. My inner corner is always such a pain. Too many years of like kind of squinting, so I get these like weird lines right here. We'll just alien face it. That works. Alright, okay, because I'm going to be playing with such intense colors, I'm going to just put a little bit more in here just to try to mask these dark circles. And the worst part is I don't even have that dark of circles, so I am wondering like how the coverage really is on this. I don't know, jury's out. What do y'all think? Because I really haven't been having major issues covering the circles under my eyes. So the fact that I'm sitting here kind of struggling makes me kind of wonder. All right. Okay, in person, I will say that this concealer doesn't look too light, so I'm not totally mad at it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set this with the RCMA No Color Powder. And we are going to also kind of bake because we're going to be playing with some bright colors in a moment. And I want to make sure that I don't get the bright colors everywhere. All right. I am also going to set the tip of my nose, the tip of my nose and my upper lip, because those areas tend to crease and break apart on me. So pretty much the T-zone. We'll just go ahead and set the center of the forehead as well, because that's always a problem area. But this area, I'm actually like patting it in and just mattifying. I don't put a whole lot of makeup right around this area because I do wear glasses, and the less makeup I put there, the less noticeable it is when I get the glasses lens. Alright, just a little bit. There we go. Alright. So, now that we got that going for us, let's just set that aside. Alright. Here we go. Going in with eyeshadow primer. Should probably do my eyebrows. Might make this easier. I mean, granted, they're at least visible. That's nice. Alright. This is a good look. I should just go out like this. Oh wait, that's right. I have, because I've forgotten to take off the bake and driven halfway to work with powder on my face. Granted, I'm so oily that by the time I got to work, it was gone. So, fair warning to those with drier skin types than mine. That probably would not work out well for you. Alright, so I'm just gonna... Really? By the way, as many years as I've been a makeup artist, I still hate doing my own eyebrows. Couldn't tell you why. I've been doing them for years. Okay, don't use viewfinder to find eyebrows. That does not work. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is basically fill in where I'm lacking, which you can see I've got this like weird spot here that picks up a lot of pigment but doesn't. Yeah, that's the area I always have to like fill in because I have a scar there. So I have to work that much harder to make it look like a normal eyebrow. Because stuff doesn't always want to stick right away. Alright, so we've got eyebrow. Bring it along the top a little bit. And we have an eyebrow. Alright. It still looks sparse right here. And I hate to like do the coloring method, but that's what I have to do. Alright. So prefer to just kind of draw a line along the bottom, just kind of roughly, and then just kind of fill in the tail, fill in the rest, box it out just a teensy bit, and then if I rub the front, then I get a little bit softer of an effect. Yeah, this is the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. It's I don't know, the light brown, I think. I have no idea. It's a little dark, but it does the job. And I try to cycle through my different brow products because I am faithful to no eyebrow products. I have a whole drawer of them, so I tend to just switch back and forth between the ones that I have. Alrighty, we have eyebrows. It's probably one of the few times you've actually seen me do eyebrows on camera, because I almost never, ever, ever, ever do eyebrows. It's part of my charm. Alright, let's get into some artistry. So, I'm going to attempt to zoom in here and not lose everything. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Let's, welcome to my face. Alrighty. So, I am going to start out, let's see here. We're going to be playing with pinks, and I just kind of want to, oh, you can still see the blemishes on my face. So yeah, as you can tell, this particular foundation is kind of like light to medium coverage. Nothing like seeing that on camera. That's wonderful. Alright, so I'm going to be starting with, let's see here. Just going to get a good transition shade. So I'm going to go into this palette and use this shade here, which is called Libra, which is actually the only shade in this palette I've used so far, but I do think it's beautiful. So using windshield wiper motions, I am just going to throw that in my crease and bring it out a little bit because we are playing for more artistic style today. So we're going to bring that all the way out to the eyebrow. This is also just our transition shade, so we change the direction we're going at any point. It won't matter. Alrighty. So now we've got that laid down. We're just going to blend that out and buff that in. The trick is to just really blow out that first transitionary shade. I know you can just kind of barely see it sitting on my skin. It's a beautiful shade though. The other day I threw this just like all over the lid and blew out the crease. It was really pretty. So, I don't know if you have the Zodiac palette from ColourPop, but definitely recommend that. After all these years, I'm still highly addicted to ColourPop stuff. I don't know, I think it's beautiful. Alright, so next, we're going to be playing with more ColourPop shadows, but I have all these, this way. I have all these pink eyeshadows, and I don't know, I just really wanted to play with pink. So I'm going to go in with, we'll say this one here. Okay. Dear God. Welcome to my channel. It's just me sneezing. Alright, so we've got Poodle here, which is kind of just like a dark bubblegum pink. And I'm going to start working that into my crease very lightly. Oh, should not sit like that. Alright, so I'm going to take this shade, just kind of tap into it. This is also a ColourPop shadow. Not sure if it's still available, but really any kind of dark bubblegum pink will work. Part of the reason I'm doing this is just to play with different pinks and show you how to layer them. That way you kind of get an idea of, like, you can really play with like any shades that you have. And once again, just fluffing this out everywhere. I feel like my best makeup looks are always the ones that look a little crazy until like the very end. Which sucks because it's like you don't know if you're actually going to be able to pull it together or not. Yeah, I'm going to put some eyeshadow in here because today we're playing and I never put eyeshadow in here. But we're going to get right up in that inner corner. Woo! Alright. Now we're going to bring that out here a little bit more. Alrighty. Right to the tail of that eyebrow. Boy, the camera makes my eyebrows look warm. Because it kind of matches the warmth that is reflecting in my hair in certain angles. Granted, there's really not much warmth actually there. Alright. So now that that is thoroughly blended, which you blend for like days, we go to the other side and do the same thing. Right in that upper crease. Right over that first shade that we did. Alright. And blend, blend, blend. Adding color to that inner corner once again. See, I like doing things live because you do get an idea of actually like how long it takes me to actually do this. You don't miss steps. It's just all right there. So whether you catch the video live or not, at least, you know, you can follow along, or you can just spend an hour with me while I do my makeup. You can watch this while you do yours. I don't know. Everyone says they like watching these because they get to just hang out with me. Oh. Okay. So next up, I'm going to go into this really bright pink that I see here. This one is a ColourPop shadow by the name of Fair Play. I'm wondering if they still sell it. Don't know, but like I said, find yourself some pinks and play with them. There's no reason why a makeup look inspired by someone else has to be exact, you know? I've almost never had the exact products that other people had for their tutorials when I was learning. And I just found similar colors and did my best to use the techniques and come up with something similar. Probably should have used a smaller brush since I went darker. Oh well. And bring that down just a little further. And blend that out again. This is looking so crazy. Alright. So using a smaller brush, let's find something. Let's go for like, I don't know, maybe like a burgundy or purple, like purple? Yeah. We're going to take this purple and tap that off. This is the Sagittarius in the Zodiac palette. I'm just going to take a smaller brush and start working that like directly into where my crease is. Like right where my socket is. I normally cheat my crease a little bit because my eyes are very very large and not very deep set. So I usually kind of have to fake it a little bit. And just blend that in. Okay, it's adding some depth. Not really enjoying the way this one is blending though. But it could also just be the tiny brush that's doing it. But I wanted to make sure that my placement is not too crazy. So we're just going to lay this down and then we're going to worry about the blend in just a moment. So going back in with that first fluffy brush, this is a Luxie brush. I'm just going to gently fluff this out. And it is looking a little bit more blended in person, but the perfectionist in me wants it to look blended on camera as well. Because, you know, that's what y'all can see. Alright. So we've added a little bit of depth, but I want to go back in with that first pink shade, which is the Poodle shade. And just kind of brighten things back up because I feel like we lost some of that like lovely bubblegumminess. Is that a word? It's a word. I'm saying it's a word. Bubblegumminess. All right. So going back in, and you can see just how intense this comes across. And just refreshing this color, getting everything nice and blown out and blended and pink. All right. Not liking the color on this. Let's see. Let's see if I can maybe fix this. Oh, no, that ain't it. That ain't it either. Maybe this one? I guess it's not that far. Let's see. I can't see around this. Hold on. Oh. Jeez. That looks a little closer. And it still looks warm though. So, no. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it. Damn. Alright, I don't know what I did to my settings, but I screwed them up somewhere. Either way, we are close. Close, close. Dear God, it's already been half an hour. Okay, so next up we are going to play around and cut this crease. So I'm just going to take some of that Milani concealer on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take a small flat shader brush and cut out the crease. Now the trick for doing this for me, because I have such large eyes, is to cut it a little lower than my actual crease. Because my actual crease is like way up here. So what I will be doing is just gently putting this on and making sure not to fully open my eye until it dries. Because, yeah, I have almost like a non-existent crease. It's basically directly below my eyebrow, which is annoying. All right. And I decided to bring that down into this tear duct a little bit just so I can lighten that much more. And I'm just going to kind of feather that into the edge because I do still want to darken up this edge. All right. Let's see. See, straight on, it looks good. It looks defined. It's just when let's see here, get right about here where you can actually see the crease and the hooding of this eye. So I cheated a little bit because I have partially hooded eyes and I have big eyes and I have almost no crease. So they tell you you can't do certain things if you have certain eye shapes. I say bah humbug to them and do what you want to do. Find a cheat, play around, figure out what works for you. And when it comes to cutting a crease, just remember, go slow. Because it's kind of a bitch. And there is really no reason to like rush it. I honestly hardly ever cut my crease, but I really, really wanted to play with pinks and this blue that's in this palette here, because I mean, like, dear God, look at this. So beautiful. I live for colors like this. Alright, do we look fairly even? Fairly even. This one needs to come up just a teensy bit more. Alright. I also find having the right tools for this really help. You really want something that's like really, really precise and small. A lot of times I will work with overly small brushes over big brushes because you can be so much more precise with it. All right, so now we've got our crease cut. I'm going to take this one once again. And I'm just not digging that Sagittarius shade with this look. So I think what I'll do is take this shade here. This one is Stay Golden. Gorgeous shade. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the point of this pointy, fluffy brush. And I'm going to run this in the crease just a little bit more. Very, very lightly. And very, very gently. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, and then I'm also going to put this on this outer corner to deepen that up. Oh, yeah. Da, da, da. Okay, I totally did not go the direction I was planning with this makeup, with my whole little like wingy bit, but you know, plans change, especially when you're just playing around. But I want my subscribers to realize that nothing has to be absolutely flippin' perfect all the flippin' time. Everyone on YouTube is just so obsessed with perfection all the time. And it gives unrealistic expectations to just everyone. Like I said, especially these young girls, it worries me because these are the girls I work with on a daily basis when I work, and I really do fear that they're getting it in their heads that this perfection thing has to be absolute perfection. I mean, look, I'm wearing foundation and you can still see my blemishes, my hyperpigmentation. Like, for the most part, yeah, I'm perfected, but not completely. I it drives me nuts because I do think we're putting really unrealistic expectations on these poor young girls nowadays. These because they watch YouTube and they're like, "Well, this is how I need to wear my makeup every day," and they don't realize like the majority of these looks are like special occasion kind of looks, you know? Most of these girls do not wear that much makeup on the day to day. I mean, some of them do, but not all. Alrighty. So now we're gonna go in with this really bright Pisces shade because I wanted to play with pink and decided, well, I want to play with this blue too. Ooh. Well, ain't that pretty? I think I'm going to try to put this on with my finger very delicately because that's how I almost always put on lid shades. Let's be honest, not almost always put on lid shades. Alright, the trick is just keeping it right where I cut that crease. Alright. Mm. Alright. Now we got this going on. Ooh. Okay. I am going to take the brush though just to define that edge because I can't really define it with my finger. Alright, and I'm going to define the edge on this other side as well. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, where the hell have I been? And I wait till almost 40 minutes into the video to tell you. I've mostly just been overwhelmed with, like, work and life, and I was working, like, 3 part-time jobs and going to school full-time, and yeah, I'm sure you can imagine that just did not leave a whole lot of time for anything else. So I'm taking a break from school again because I don't have to go. I was going mostly for fun, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So yeah, it's one of those things I needed some time and YouTube was pissing me off and I was getting really bitter about it, so I took time off. Why does this look red and blue now? What? I swear, in person it's pink and blue. Alright, let's just let it go back to do its normal settings and hope for the best. Alright, so now we've got this pink and blue situation. And I'm thinking, let's see here. I'm gonna take this going steady, or not going steady, stay golden. Stay golden. Oh no, this is the wrong brush. No. Okay. Alright, gonna play with this and run this along my lower lash line. So yeah, I was mostly just overwhelmed and super busy and stopped YouTubing. But this is essentially a hobby I do to like help others out. It's not actually my job, so you know, that's how it goes. But this year I want to get more into artistry and like playing with colors and encouraging y'all to play with colors. And I also wanted to do, like I started the other day, a series on makeup for like beginners because, okay, it looks really red on camera, but I swear this is like a dark, dark pink, like burgundy type shade. This looks hella crazy. So yeah, I want to get into just kind of I wanted to do a series on makeup for beginners because light pink shade. This one I think is called Secrets. But one of my best friends, she requested that I do a makeup for like absolute beginners because she does all these steps doing her makeup, but she doesn't know why she's doing these steps. And I'm just smoking out this lower lash line. So she wanted me to do an absolute breakdown. So hopefully that helps some of y'all out there who, maybe you go through all the steps when you want to actually put on makeup and you don't know why you do them. You just do them because everybody tells you to. Well, I'm going to explain the why, the how, the who, the what, the where, whatever. But yeah, so this year you shall be able to come hang out with me and I will explain all of that in graphic detail to the best of my ability, probably without getting sidetracked. Yeah, right. Probably while getting majorly sidetracked because that's what I do. The first video was our trip to Walmart, and that was honestly just to give a good guide on, hey, you don't have to get yourself totally overwhelmed when you go to the drugstore if you don't know what you're looking for. Just go to a section and start from there. And, doesn't have to be this huge, big old production. All right. This isn't working for me. I need something. All right. I'm going to play with the Jaclyn Hill palette because I know this has some more like fun shades to play with, and I feel like I need to deepen this up a little bit. I mean, I'm living for this blue. It's gorgeous, but this look is not going exactly where I want it to. I know, boo-hoo me. I mean, in person it looks really pretty, but it definitely needs a little bit of work. So I am going, oh, you know what? I'm going to go in with this dark purple shade that's in the Jaclyn Hill palette. So this is the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe, in case you don't know, since I do actually have people who don't watch a whole lot of makeup tutorials on YouTube, so they are not aware that this is a Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, whereas the rest of the makeup community is like, no shit. Tell us something we don't know, Jen. So, yeah. In other news, I did get engaged over Halloween. Let's see, turn. So, yes, after, let's see here, March will be 3 years. So, after 3 years, my boyfriend and I have decided that we are going to get married. So, in 2020, we will be getting married on our 4-year anniversary. Yay. All right. You know, I think I went wrong. I think I needed a brighter pink. You're like, yeah, sure, that's where you went wrong. It wasn't when you started just blowing pink out all over your lid. How dare you? There's nobody here for me to talk to, so I'm just going to, talk to myself. And apparently I'm mean to myself. Ugh. But then again, I've been talking to myself in front of this camera for 5 years now. 5 years. Dear God. Like, how did that happen? I did not realize I've been doing this for 5 years. And I still am a tiny, tiny channel. All right. This is coming to better. Coming to better. See, this is why I don't edit anymore, because then you get to see just how retarded I am with my actual speaking. Like, coming to better. This is coming together now. Like I said, a lot of times these looks that I come up with are a hot flippin' mess until I actually start pulling it together. So don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Now, if I have a reference, if I'm copying something, it's a lot easier for me to pull it together because I know where I'm going with it. This was just, I wanted to do a hot pink smoky eye. And then I saw this shade and was like, I want to play with that too. hot pink smoky eye, and then I went blue. Don't ask. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I do have a hot pink. Give me just a second. All right, we are back. Woo. Welcome to my beautiful face. All right, so I have this Laura Lee Los Angeles palette, and it is the Party Animal one that I got in a BoxyCharm earlier last year, and there is this gorgeous pink right here. So we are going to take that pink on a fluffy brush, and we're going to run it in our crease. Why am I being obnoxious? I don't know. All right. So yeah, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here on a Thursday afternoon. And I still work teaching in the mornings until, well, from like 3 a.m. till about 6 a.m. I know, crazy, right? So my days are still all kinds of wonky. I still work for Clinique, and I do freelancing for them. Freelancing is fun. I definitely highly recommend it. I'm in a weird mood. I don't know. It's been an interesting week again. Okay, this is definitely bringing it the brightness that I was looking for. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, getting really close to clowny here. So either way, I'm still going to fluff this hot pink under my lash line with a nice big fluffy brush because we're just blowing this out. And when I'm tapping in here, I'm literally just like, there we go, barely tapping. And starting on the outer corner, so that's where it's the deepest, and then just fluffing it along. Whoa, you're so pretty. Okay, I'm kind of digging this now. Now I'm getting a little bit happy with it, cause like, yes. I feel like, what, 4 palettes later? Dear God. See, this is why I hardly ever play on camera, because I have a tendency to just like grab for colors. Now, here's the good thing about this. You don't need every single palette that I work with to get a look similar to this. All you have to do is get single shades that are similar to this, or search through your palettes and find similar shades. I had an idea in mind, and obviously I just grabbed shades from everywhere that I could find. Most of the time, that's what I do. I'm like, I want to do a burgundy eye. This palette has burgundy, but this one has a red, and this one has kind of like this like purpley burgundy, but I kind of want to use all of them, so I just grab all of them. And that's how I end up working out of like a bunch of different palettes when I'm trying to stick to one. It just doesn't work that way because I can't stick to one because I need all the different shades. I tried. I really did. I tried to stick to single shadows and a palette, but we weren't going in the direction I wanted to go in. All right, so now I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Eye Booster. That's what it's called, right? Eye Booster? Yes, in Ultra Black. This is my favorite eyeliner. Has been my favorite eyeliner for like the last 2 years, maybe longer. And I'm just going to very carefully line my lid. Whoa, that was not carefully. All right. So apparently today we're going to do a nice big wing. See how we fix that? We still have that little flick that's sticking out there, but we're going to get her. We're going to get her. I don't know why I got stuffed up like right before I sat down. Like, really? And you know, if I blow my nose, that I'm going to end up with a red nose. All right, almost an hour in. Let's see if we can flip these wings. So I'm just going to take that out here. We are going big. Nice big wing. Oh, isn't that a cute look? Not. All right. Now, try to relax my eye a little bit. We connect. And boom. We are connected. Not my most perfect wing, but apparently we are not striving for perfection today. I'm also trying to kind of hurry up because, like, dear God, you've been here forever. All right. Well, that's not too terrible. And it could be way worse. So now I'm just kind of connecting in that inner corner and finishing up that wing. Woo! All right, now well, let's try to recreate this on the other side, shall we? See, this is the only thing about editing that I really enjoy is the fact that I can speed this up so you don't actually know how long this takes me, or I can like cut it out so you don't know how badly I screwed it up to begin with. And I can be like, oh yeah, I totally meant for my wing to turn out like this. Like all the other YouTubers, when they make mistakes, they can just edit it out. Not here. Not here on Jen's Makeup Adventures. We do not edit these things out. We embrace it and work with it. Oh, oh dear. That is nothing like the original. It's okay though. We're just gonna fill it in and try our best to, like, you know, make it work. I think my pen is dying. That's not good. Dee-dee-dee. Oh, God, come on. This is also hard because I wear glasses now, so trying to do all this when your vision is not perfect. Like, I don't wear contacts. They wig me out. Like, maybe one day I will, but for now, they kind of freak me out. Okay, not completely perfect, but also not completely uneven. Huh. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Now I messed it up. Couldn't just leave the little tail alone. No, had to go and thicken it up. Granted, it does kind of match the other side a little better now. See, the problem is because I have this like slight hood, it's really hard to do a wing and not make it look semi-retarded or have it point down. I would rather have it point straight at or like straight at my eyebrows than have it point down. And then once I like open my eyes, you see I get this like weird kind of whoopsie-doo. But that's just my eye shape, and we learn to deal with it. You know, if you really want to like show it off, you just kind of do bedroom eyes because then it's just a nice, it's slice you with that, you know. It's slice a bitch. So yeah, overall, not my best wings, not my worst. We have not gone full-blown panda yet. So yeah, we'll leave it there because I feel like I got a fairly similar like going on, so I don't know. We're pretty damn close. Definitely feel like that helped a little bit. We still need, I wasn't sure if I was going to need this, but I still feel like it's not quite there. So, an hour in, here we are. This is Playing with Makeup at 10. All right, so this is the Makeup Forever Aqua XL eyeliner. This one actually does a fairly decent job of staying in the waterline. And because my eyes like to water, I just do a little bit at a time. Do, 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 do. Now do a little bit on this one. Oh, look at that. All right, we're almost there. Ooh, look at that. And of course, I got it a little lower than I wanted to. So we will just kind of smudge that out a little bit. All right. Yeah, it's like instant. You're like, oh, you're playing with your eyes. It's time to water. All right. Now I'm just gonna throw on some mascara. I've been playing with this Snap Mascara by Maybelline. It really just kind of flutters your lashes out. Like, it does not clump at all. But what's really unique is this one is in the shade Black Cherry. So it's a little bit of a burgundy shade as opposed to a black. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of dig it. Granted, it almost looks black, but it is a little bit on the burgundy side. So I'm loving that. So going right up to the root and then wiggling. But you see, it really does keep them like kind of, God, you can't see my eyelashes because they point down. It really does not clump them up. It keeps them like separated. Should have curled them so you guys could see them better. Because, yeah, everyone else does their eyelashes and they're like, oh, look, I opened my eyes and you can see it. I open my eyes and they're gone. All right. But yeah, this mascara is really not that bad. Like, really. I mean, it doesn't really give the volume that I would like, but it also doesn't give me spider lashes, which some days I live for spider lashes and other days I do not. So, I don't know. It's definitely like a nice, like more natural looking mascara. It definitely has like an interesting wand. Like you can see that. It's very interesting. All right. On the nose. All right. Now that my nose is a little bit pink. Oh, by the way, love this sweater. I'm so freaking cold. Yeah, I wear this like almost every day when I'm just lounging around my house. All right. So I'm gonna finish up the face since eyes are pretty much done unless I decide we need to do something more. Look in the mirror. I'm kind of digging this. I think it looks really pretty. I don't know. What do you think? But I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Vitalist powder. This is actually like or Vitalist Healthy Powder in the shade Buff Beige. Beige. This is actually like a powder foundation, but as light as it looks, it actually works really well for us pale as almost did it. Pale as heck girls as a bronzer. So I'm just gonna stick this right under my cheekbone and build it up very gently. Buff it out. So you're like, Jen, that's not doing anything. And then I do this and you're like, whoa, look at that. Adds just enough definition to really put a beautiful finish on the skin without looking like too unnatural. So do this side. Plus it adds a little bit of extra coverage because it's a powder foundation. So I find it helps on the areas that I have like hyperpigmentation that loves to like shine through. And this cheek in particular, I have a lot of extra like little spots and hyperpigmentation. So I do tend to kind of push the product in and just kind of bounce it with the brush very lightly rather than buff too much. And if I do buff, it's very, very gently. That way I don't move the foundation or anything underneath around too much, because once I do that, then all the hyperpigmentation shows through again. And the whole point of me wearing foundation is to cover the hyperpigmentation. So when you just kind of pat it into the skin, One, it'll still blend out beautifully, but it also doesn't accentuate the hyperpigmentation. And this right here is just a freckle. Just a freckle. Well, look at that. Now we are nicely sculpted. So now we got some color to the face, and we're just going to just gently add a little bit of contour to the nose. Not a lot, because I don't mind the shape of my nose or anything. I'm not trying to cover that. I'm just trying not to look flat. If I don't add just a little bit of something to the nose, I mean just a tiniest amount, then your nose looks flat and your face looks flat. And the whole reason for contouring is to put the depth back in your face. Now this I like to put right under my lip, blend it out very nicely, but just a little bit, because it makes your lip look bigger. So if you want those nice, big, full, pouty lips, you can kind of cheat it by just adding a little bit of contour. Let's just warm up this spot, because for some reason this is like the palest spot on my entire body. But yeah, it's, you know, if you don't add a little bit of contouring or bronzer or something, you end up getting a very flat look. I like to add a little bit of bronzer just to help make my face not look so flat. And honestly, this works fabulously. And who would have thought? I mean, I saw it on YouTube and I was like, I'll check it out. It looks too light to do anything. It almost looks like my skin tone. Yet look at the beautiful job it does to contour. Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? So if you have anything like that, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I totally use something weird for something weird. You get what I mean. Write down in the comments below, what do you use that should not be used for what you use it for? Yeah. All right. I need to wipe off this bake because I totally forgot. Give me a second. All right. So all I'm gonna do, swipe, swipe, and buff. Swipe and buff. This also means that any extra harsh lines you may have given yourself while, you know, adding contour and whatnot, you can just kind of blend into the skin. Next up, we're going to use this blush by Flower Beauty. This is the Flower Pots, it's been a while. Flower Pots Blush. Flower Pots Powder Blush in Warm Hibiscus. This one is also kind of one of those dupes for like NARS Orgasm, where you can kind of see it's pink with a bit of a gold shift. Adds a really, really beautiful kind of glow to the skin. So I just like to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of tap, tap, and tap it onto my cheeks. And I bring it up and back because for my face shape, I feel like this is the most flattering. It just kind of helps add color and dimension to the face. So let's see. And because it's got a little bit of a sheen, it has some like a little bit of a highlighting property, but what it really does in person is it just adds this nice, healthy glow to the skin. So you can do the tops of your cheeks, but the best way is rather than do the entire apple is do the side, like right about here. You want to go about 2 fingers width away from your nose so that you keep the center of your face highlighted, and you just add the blush going back and around and a little bit at an angle. You don't have to go all the way up or anything. You don't have to go all the way up or anything. You just kind of bring it up at a little bit of an angle. It's kind of like a facelift. So it's instant facelift. All you're doing is adding in that color. Alrighty. So I think that's really beautiful. I don't know if it's translating well on camera, but I don't know. It's a beautiful shade. It really is. All right. And lastly, we have highlight. Oh, yes. Today we're going to be playing with the BH Cosmetics Black Light Highlight 6-color palette. This is the one with the fun colors. This is also a really good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Can't remember what it's called. Dream palette? Something like that. You know what I'm talking about. This is a great dupe because it's very cheap. So first of all, we are going to be taking this shade. Let's see. Wait, did I just say this shade and not point at anything? We're going to be taking this pinky shade called Illusion right at the top here, and we're going to pop that in our inner corners. All right. So what we're going to do is look down, okay? I'm going to show you this neat little trick. It's going to make your eyes look bigger. Look down and pop your highlight shade very precisely in that corner. Then we're going to build it up, drag it out a little bit. Drag it out. All right, you see how beautiful that is? Then we're going to connect it down here. That way it's not just like a blob of color in the inner corner, but we've actually somewhat elongated the eye in both directions. So once again, looking down and dragging this out. Oop. This works better with a little bit like skinnier of a brush, but I don't feel like grabbing another one, so here we are. So you see we're dragging this out and down, and then we're going to connect it to the bottom. And blend that in a little bit. There we go. Blend it in over here a little bit more. And boom! Eyes elongated with highlight. That's really pretty. I think I'm going to use that same highlight on my face. I was going to use this like darker pink. There we go. Darker pink one here, but I think I'm just going to use this pink because how do I do? Look at that. All right. And don't mind me, but I do have a lot of texture on my face right now, so we're just going to deal. This is what happens when you are in your 30s and you don't have perfectly smooth skin anymore. This is real life, people. Real life. Real life. Real life skin right here. No Facetune, no filters. Just really bright, harsh lights and close-up angles to show you everything and every angle you don't want other people to see. Honestly, I don't care, so hence why you get raw uncut. Alright, now we're just going to throw some of this on the Cupid's bow. There we go. Right on the Cupid's bow. I like this because it's pink, but it also has a little bit of a blue shift, so it's totally going with the eye look. Alright, and the only thing we have not done that I just realized I have not done is a brow bone highlight, which I don't have over here. Alright, let me see if I can find something nearby. There we go. Alright. So here we go. Here is my neutrals from ColourPop palettes. Yes, this is a Z palette. It's holographic. I ain't getting rid of it just because they're a shitty company to their people, but I also do not endorse buying from Z palette any longer because Dear God. They were trying to clap back like Wendy's, and instead all they ended up doing was insulting all of their customers and basically calling them idiots. So, yeah. Yeah, that did not go over well. All right, so I'm going to take probably this little bit warmer matte, almost skin tone. Whoops. I'm going to take it on my finger and start right up at the very top of the eyebrow, just to kind of lighten things up a little bit. You're probably watching this going, oh my God, you're doing this with your finger. Yes, I am. It's called finger painting. I'm a big advocate for it because we're just laying down the color. And it doesn't matter what happens next because what we're going to do is just go back in and blend. This adds a little bit more lightness right at the high point of the eyebrows, but also helps us blend. So if you ever bring your eyeshadow up too close to your eyebrows, you always have the option to use a lighter eyeshadow. It's almost like an eraser. Did you know that? Over an hour into this video, you are sitting here going, seriously, Jen, shut up, finish the makeup, and let's go. Well, if you ever wondered how long it actually takes us to do more creative looks, here's the tea. God, living for this highlight. Like, look at that. Woo! Shiny, shiny. All right. I'm pretty sure all we have left to do is lips. And today I did not forget mascara, so go me. Alright, so I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Catsuit Liquid Lipstick in Berry Recognize. I love the Catsuit Liquid Lipsticks. They are very comfortable, and they dry down matte, which is awesome. Alright, so here we go. Let's make the liquid lipstick face where we make our lips really smooth. Alrighty, that's almost there. Alright. So here we have this beautiful bright berry look, which on camera looks a little crazy, but in person, I kind of dig it. But what I wanted to do today, because I haven't actually played with this, is I have this metallic liquid catsuit lipstick from their Gothographic line, because I ordered the entire thing. Because, hello, Gothographic, like, yes. So I'm going to play with this and pop it in the center of my lips and see what happens. I don't even know if this actually dries down or if it's sheer or... Oh. Okay. I'm not mad at this. Ooh, I think I like it. At least as a topper. Oh, okay. All right. Adds a little shine. It's kind of sheer. I don't hate it though. I think this looks pretty. All right. If you've made it this far into the video, let me kind of zoom out a little bit because dear God. All right. So if you've made it this far into the video, please comment down below if you'd like to see some like super artsy, artistic makeup, like further away from like just full glam, like artsy stuff, like galaxy makeup, like, you know, butterfly masks, crazy masquerade makeup. Just comment down below if you'd like to see stuff like that because I love doing looks like that. Granted, they take me forever, so we're going to be here for a hot minute. But comment down below if you'd like to see stuff like that because I love doing makeup like that and I really haven't done makeup like that on my channel very much. Stop cleaning up before you're done. Dear God. I'm so OCD, like, I'm like, my desk is a mess. Well, okay, it's not that big of a mess, not compared to what I've seen. But it's a mess for me, and I can't handle it. Okay, but anyway, if I can stay on track, this is why editing is important. Oopsie. So if you'd like to see artistry type stuff like along those lines, I'd love to do it because I love doing stuff like that. Also, if you have any major questions that are pressing about like makeup for beginners, kind of like the series is like makeup for beginners, you know, makeup for dummies along those lines. So if you have any specific requests, please let me know in the comment box down below. Let me know if you liked this look, if you liked this format of me just playing with my makeup. I know I just hopped on randomly in the middle of the day on a Thursday. I do plan on doing more of these like in the mornings and hopefully at some point maybe like on a weekend where more people might have a chance to hop on and join me to hang out. But yeah, if you have any questions, I'll probably answer most questions. If you have any specific looks that you want to see or, you know, even if it's just something like an everyday look or whatnot, you know, let me know. I plan on doing just kind of like a mix. Uh-oh. Well, that was awesome. So I plan on doing a mix of like a lot of things, you know. I want to get more into the artistic stuff because I miss doing that, and this gives me a good excuse to do it and show you how. Um, I also want to do more everyday looks, more glam looks, more basic, easy makeup because I know that that can even be hard. Like my best friend, she doesn't even do like the basics very much. So I want to be able to cover my bases with all of that. And I also want to do some more field trips to other stores and talk about other brands. We want to hit like Walgreens and CVS and Target. Or would you like just a Target where you just follow me around Target because I can get lost in there for hours? All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too boring. It was mostly just me playing with makeup, but welcome back to Jen's Makeup Adventures and me just sitting here doing my makeup and talking to you guys for apparently an hour and 18 minutes. Go me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please. Really? Oh, this is the other thing I always cut out that you never see when I edit. Is I can't do my outro to save my life, even though I've been doing it for 5 years. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.